Right, everybody. Hey, welcome. I'm excited about today. Looking forward to covering this information with you. Recorded a video yesterday, put it up on YouTube today. So if you're already liking and subscribed to our Facebook or our YouTube channel, you probably have already seen the video notification that we posted two new videos today, actually. We sent out an email to everybody um, linking to some videos, but there was another new one posted today that was recorded last night that didn't go out in that email. And so I would highly encourage you go to the DAC YouTube page, not right now, but like it, subscribe to it, and then turn notifications on so that you're notified. And then just make it a part of your daily listening. If you're going to bed and you're looking for something to watch, pull up our YouTube channel and watch a video. I would always say watch in the last 90 days because, we've a lot of our stuff becomes outdated and it's not all deleted, or even if we delete it, it's still on the web. So you don't want to be watching stuff that's, prior to 24, and you want to be focused on 25 stuff. Check out our playlist. Anything in the playlist is accurate, and we try to keep everything in the playlist. But certainly, if something's coming up new, we're creating a lot of tools for you right now. And what we're going to talk about today is team building day, right? It's Tuesday, team building Tuesday. So, game day. Tonight's the BizOp overview, where we're going to be talking at 7:30 p.m. We're going to be doing a presentation for prospective agents. At 8 o'clock, we'll be doing a new onboarding training, an updated onboarding training. You want to definitely get your teams out and be there yourself. But what I want to talk about today is a unique approach, which is attracting real estate agents. Okay, so I want to play something for you here. Let me share my screen. Real estate agents. All right. I want to show you this. We are creating an industry here called the business funding agency. Okay. This industry is as big as real estate, and there's no one in it. There's no one in business funding right now. Why consider? Real estate's a great industry, but business funding may even be a better fit for most people. Why? No license required, faster deals, faster pay, nationwide reach. Real estate agents, you can only sell homes in the state you're licensed. You got to pay annual renewal fees. You got to have platform fees, MLS fees, high demand, low competition. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Renewal income potential with business funding. Sorry for the typo there. Team building overrides. Okay. So that's what business funding. Real estate requires licensing, exams, and upfront costs. Business funding, no license, no certification, no investment to start. You can start earning immediately with DAC, right? Well, check this out. This is the part that blows me away. This is why I did this video last night. Do you know that sorry again for the typo. I did this, just before we went live. Do you know there's 4 million homes sold last year? Just over 4 million. And there's over 3 million licensed real estate agents still licensed. Still licensed. These aren't the ones who got licensed and didn't renew last year. These are the ones that are licensed, paying MLS fees, active agents. Just over 4 million, just over 3 million. Now, I don't put an exact amount there because the numbers change month to month. Where right now, business owners doing at least $50,000 a month. Our target market, there's 2 million business owners right now who fit our target market of 50,000 a month, 2 million. And I'm not talking about the big businesses. I'm not talking about the multi-million. I'm talking about small businesses, 2 million doing $50,000 per month. And 4 and 10 need funding now. 4 and 10 need funding now. 6 and 10 say they'll need it sometime this year. And 8 and 10 go out of business because of lack of working capital. Now, just think about that for a moment. 2 million businesses doing 50,000 a month or more. 4 and 10 say they need money now. That's 800,000. 6 and 10, or 1.2 million, say they'll need it sometime this year. So 1.2 million businesses will need funding this year. And we say less than 20,000 agents. Now, DAC's got 70,000 agents who've signed up, but I would say less than 3,000 are really active. And then maybe even 2,000. And then you look at our competitors, our lenders, they don't have, we're the only ones doing what we're doing. There's a couple other companies doing out there like DAC, but they're charging big fees. They're charging platform fees. They don't have a big agent base. 8 out of 10 business owners can't get money at their bank. You all know this. Real estate, you're limited by state licensing, long transaction times, high competition. If you got your license today, if you became a real estate agent today, which is great, um, you would be able to maybe get a client in your first couple months who wants to buy or sell a home. And then you would do open houses and sell it all. Maybe you'd sell a house in the first month or two. And then you get paid at closing. You don't get paid when they say yes to you don't get paid till closing happens. So it could be months before you get that check. And yet, 4 million homes sold, 3 million licensed agents. It's so competitive. And there's already people who've been doing it for years. They've already got a lock on the market. So someone coming in new, it's very difficult. It's doable, but it's very difficult. Where business owners need money now. One simple application connects them. You know this. Our expert team does all the presenting, fast approvals. So you've got a teammate to help you called the Bank Breezy funding team, right? We've already documented this. We've already proven this, that our industry, we're a leader in this industry. We're creating the industry, guys. There will come a day when there will be 10 companies, just like there's 10 real estate, Century 21, EXP, Keller Williams, Real Estate One, Caldwell Banker, right? Berkshire Hathaway. There will be 10 DACs, but right now there's one. We're the Century 21 in this. We're creating this industry. We're creating this industry. Now you can look at the size of that and say, I'm going to make millions in this. I'm going to help create this and I'm going to have the biggest agency team in the world because it doesn't exist today. No one else is doing it. You can do that, or you can get stuck up on something else. And unfortunately, most will get stuck up. I'm telling you, we're not missing this. We're not missing this. We're doubling down on this. You heard us sunset healthcare. You heard us sunset the XP or the RX product, right? We've gotten out of equipment finance. We've gotten out of other things. We still have payment processing. It's going to be an add-on product to our existing clients. We're leading with this. We have a competitive advantage here. 4 million homes sold last year, just over 4 million through 3 million agents, and millions of people want to become real estate agents. We've got the angle. So, what do you say to them? Hey, real estate's a great industry. Have you ever considered business funding? They've never even heard of it. They've never even heard of it. You can do it while also doing real estate. That's for the people already in real estate. Most people in real estate, again, if there's only just over 4 million homes sold and 3 million agents, most people aren't earning a living. So they're looking for other things. They wanted the flexibility. So, what if you could earn the same commissions, but in days instead of months? There's no license required, no investment, and less competition. Want to take a look? Invite them out to the presentation. Final takeaway, there's more clients, faster pay, no license required, and passive income potential. We've pioneered this business funding industry and we're the market leader. If you're looking for a smarter opportunity, become a DAC business funding agent today. So this is the takeaway points. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. I want to play a video for you. Bear with me 1 minute while I close out some pages, get to the video. Okay. I hope the sound comes through good on video. Okay, share page. You guys see my page there? Hey, are you considering a career in real estate? It's an exciting industry and it might be perfect for you. It's a great opportunity. But have you ever considered being a business funding agent instead? Might even be a better fit. So let me explain why I say that. My name is David Rutz. I'm the founder of David Allen Capital, and we do alternative business funding. And we created an agency called the DAC Business Funding Agency. So why are we different or why are we better? Well, with real estate, it takes licensing, exams, monthly costs, etc. Where DAC business funding, there's no license required. We give you all the training. It's free. There's no monthly costs, no platform costs, etc. You can start earning money immediately. Plus, let's look at market size. Last year, there were just over 4 million homes sold, which is pretty large, but there's already over 3 million licensed real estate agents. It's a lot of people serving not that many more homes. When you look at business funding, 4 in 10 businesses today say they could use funding, and 6 in 10 said they'll use it this year. And guess what? 8 out of 10 of them can't get approved at their bank. Traditional bank funding requires collateral, great credit, a lot of profit. Most business owners don't qualify. In fact, 8 out of 10 don't. That's where our business funding agency comes in, why it's so spectacular. We offer a one-stop business funding platform called Bank Breezy, where they fill out one 5-minute application. We then go out and find the best offer from the top 20 alternative funding providers, present your client with that offer. They get funding within one day and you're paid within a week after that, sometimes next day. So that means speed of income is fast. In real estate, it may take you some time to even get a client, and then the house has got to sell, it's got to close, and you don't get paid till closing. So it can take months before you're in commission, right? Which is okay, can still be pretty good. But there's a delay. With business funding, no delay. You can get started, someone gets funded today, you're paid tomorrow or sometime within the next week. And then you look at flexibility. Real estate, you got to be licensed in each state. So you can only market homes in the states where you're licensed. With DAC business funding, nationwide territory, no license required. You can get clients anywhere in the United States or in Canada. And finally, there's the long-term income potential. Real estate's mostly a one-time transaction, right? It can be sizable. The average commission is about $6,000. With DAC business funding, you get paid on the initial funding, averages about $3,200, but each subsequent funding as well. It's not uncommon for a client to get 3 or 4 fundings in the first few years with us. Plus, you can build a team of agents if you want and leverage override income on them. DAC has pioneered this business funding space. We've been in business just about 10 years, already paid out millions of commissions, funded hundreds of millions of dollars to business owners, and we've got great training. So if real estate's the right fit for you, great. But if you're looking for something faster, less competition, no license requirement, no investment costs up front, long-term passive income, long-term team building, proven model, the DAC funding agency might be the right fit for you. We've pioneered this. We're the leader in this, and we're looking for more agents like you. The industry needs to know about business funding. Click the link below to learn more or to get started today. No investment. Get yourself trained and get out there serving business owners. Again, you can have a check with a comma in it this week. So I delay that. Welcome aboard. Hey, how do you, that guy is good on that video. Sorry, I got to stop my video. I don't know what's coming up next.
Praying is serious business with God. I'm talking to the creator of the whole earth. I'm
Sorry,
talking to
Charles, got to turn you off. That's my next YouTube video, obviously. All right, love Charles Stanley. He's great. Okay, how do I get my screen back? Well, you guys can see me, I know, but I'm on a different window, so I apologize. I can't get back into my Facebook or my can't get it back on the screen. So hopefully you guys can see me. Can you guys give me a yes, I can see you? Because I can't see the Zoom screen anymore.
We can see you look great.
Thank you, buddy. All right. Hey, I'm excited about this. And I unfortunately cannot see my Zoom dashboard anymore. So I can't see if there's any hands up. But hey, look at you all know there's people who make significant money in real estate because it's a great industry. Well, when you do the math and you say how many more millions of people there are who need funding than need to buy a home, and you look at the requirements of being an agent. Now we're certifying, we're moving this forward as if you have to get licensed with our certification. You don't have to, but the industry one day will. Hairstylists got to get licensed now. It's only a matter of time before the states say, hey, there's a lot of money in these licenses. Let's license this industry. Hey, we're moving in that direction already. We're going to be the leaders. We'll be the people who set the pace. We'll be the pace setters instead of doing it only because the law says so. Our learning management software, which is going live soon, I just sent some stuff over to our programmers, some final instructions so that we can get that baby hooked up live. Literally this morning I sent it. We're going to take certification to a new level, and we're going to take professionalism, our agents, to a new level. We're creating $1 billion industry, $1 trillion industry, as far as I'm concerned. Business funding should be alternative business funding. When people think of it, when you think of real estate, who do you think of? I don't know whether it's Caldwell Bank, Century 21, EXP. I don't know. There was a time it was Century 21, and then it was Real Estate One. Now EXP is the world's largest. But there's, Keller Williams and Real and some other companies that allow you to build your own teams now are coming up. Hey, we've already got that. We've been doing that long before it was hip. We've been doing that long before the professional said, "Hey, we should do this." We were already doing team building stuff back in the '90s, and when it had only been legalized for 20 years, right? And there were veterans who were doing it 20 years and said, "You guys don't get it. We started this in the '70s." Well, it was actually started by a woman years ago, decades ago. There's a movie about her. So, long story short, we're industry segment creators, or we're not. I am. DAC is. You get to decide whether you are. Someone started Century 21 years ago. You don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. Maybe you know. I have no clue who it is. But I know some people who started brokerages in their town who make a lot of money today still, and their parents started it or grandparents started it, and they still run that brokerage. And I know other people who are new to the industry and they're building their own teams right now for EXP or Realtor. That's great. I love it. I think it's fabulous that they finally have moved into where you can earn commissions by building a team. I think it's great. Here's the problem: 4 million homes sold, 3 million already agents. That's not called saturation, but it is called competition. There will always be new ones starting, old ones leaving, just like in DAC. We can't prevent that. It's not a turnstile that costs you money, but it is a turnstile. And yeah, we'll have a lot of people come here who decide, hey, it's not everyone I talk to wants to be a client. I don't like this. They're better off being employees. 3 in 10 of Americans are better off being employees. They don't want the performance compensation. They want guaranteed compensation for existing and showing up. That's not business ownership. Business ownership is only performance based, right? But you can also make 50 times more than an employer would ever pay you, right? There's no limit to the income here. No limit whatsoever. You get a percentage of what's earned that the lender pays, you get, and it's sizable. It's sizable. So when you focus on clients doing over 15,000 a month and not the giggle or the small ones, but you focus on the 15,000 a month and higher, actually like 40 or 50,000 and higher, you're going to average $80,000 of funding. If you go in our top tiered providers, which is business 2 years, at least 50,000 a month, FICO score of at least 680, you're going to average over 100,000 in funding. So why not fish there? Right? Why not fish there? My brother is a charter fisherman. He's a captain, and he used to do charter fishing in Lake Erie, up here in Lake St. Clair, Detroit River for walleye. And they would limit out and come home with a bunch of walleye. Now he's got his boat in the Keys of Florida, and they're not looking for walleye. One fish can give them more meat than all a full day of fishing for walleye, right? Because they're in a different ocean. A lot of our people are focusing on Uber drivers, and that's great. They're getting, giggle, and they'll make $30 on this one and 40 on this one and 20 on this one and 80 on this one. And they'll help 5 people and they'll make $200 this month. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, I can go fish at our local golf course pond and catch a couple small bass and some bluegill and maybe eat an appetizer. For the same amount of time, I can drive over to Lake St. Clair and catch some muskie that'll feed me for a week. Same activity: cast, reel, catch, net, right? So why not focus on that, and why not build an agency team that is focused on that and become the mover that brings biz DAC to your town? Someone's going to. So there will be a day when everyone in your town, every bank manager knows a DAC agent, every business owner in your town already has a DAC agent. Just like if I sell a home tomorrow, I already know who my agent's going to be. It doesn't matter who's a real estate agent, who's not. I already know who's planted themselves as a real estate agent that I will use. Right. And so the day is going to come when that's going to be synonymous with business funding is DAC. Kleenex, tissues, DAC, funding. I mean, it is what it is. Rocket Mortgage, they're the biggest mortgage company in the world, right? Currently, they started right up the road from me, from some guy who wanted to change the mortgage industry. Right now, he owns the Cleveland Cavaliers. You wouldn't probably know him if you saw him. And he's built probably a third of Detroit or a quarter of Detroit downtown. He's bought the buildings and rebuilt it all and built hotels and built all this because his mortgage business was a first mover. I'm not, it's not about what David Rutz gets. It's about what does the Century 21 broker have who monopolizes their marketplace. You can monopolize your marketplace. You start by recruiting some people locally tonight. Now, we just did this whole thing about the real estate industry because there's no reason you couldn't send that video to someone who's considering being a real estate agent, or put a post up on your Facebook wall. Thinking about becoming a real estate agent? Maybe business funding is better for you. Watch the video from our founder. If you like what you hear, give me a call. We've given you the tool. You don't even have to say it. You don't even have to say the things that may frustrate or concern them. Just say, are you considering it or already in it? Right now, 90% of the people are real estate agents haven't sold homes. So they're licensed, they're wearing the badge, they're saying they're licensed, they're putting flyers in mailboxes and all that, which is great, but 9 out of 10 of them haven't sold a home. So they're ripe for opportunity. And they don't have to quit doing that. You don't ask them to quit doing that. They can do this alongside. If you're a General Motors engineer, you can do DAC alongside. If you're an IT professional, you can do DAC alongside. If you're a hairstylist, you can do DAC alongside. If you're a real estate agent, you can do DAC alongside. If you're an insurance agent, you can do DAC alongside, right? But we've decided our vision is laser focused on business funding. Life insurance is over here. Health insurance is over here. Payment processing is over here to take to clients after they join. We are the leaders and best when it comes to business funding. And we are looking, this Bank Breezy brand will be synonymous with business funding. People won't even think about, when you think of where you're going to buy a hotel online, where do you think of? Hotels.com, Trivago, I don't know. You usually don't go to Holiday Inn Express direct. You usually go to a shopping portal and find the whole list of them, right? That's what Bank Breezy is. And we don't care what funder's number one or number two in our saddle, right? We're just putting our saddle on Bank Breezy, and whatever horse we're riding it. Whatever funder's giving the best offer, we're giving the best offer. It's not based on the commission, it's based on the best offer for the client. And what commission we get determines bonus revenue, and you get paid on that, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, between now and tonight, get started with your ripple effect. Ripple effects start. The butterfly effect starts by a butterfly flapping its wings, reaching out to someone, making a contact, having some conversations, inviting someone out to tonight. I sent an email out this morning that said, just simply put your link in your Facebook page and it'll pull up a picture. It actually pulls up a picture. Want to become a business funding agent? 4-minute video. Click here. And it pulls right into the 4-minute video page. And we're making it so easy, so simple. Nothing's easy. We're making it so simple to attract people, to create the viral ripple effect. Now, will you monopolize your marketplace or will someone else? 15 years from now, when you drive through town and there's a DAC office because there's so many agents, they go, why don't we get an office? Why don't we have a training center right here to train new agents, just like Century 21 did and Caldwell Banker did, and EXP did? Let's have a team group here. It's not necessary, but at some point, you got 40 or 50 full timers in a town. It makes sense that they all put in $300 and pay for a beautiful office, $300 a month, and have a beautiful center. It makes sense. Why wouldn't they? And when that's happening and you drive through town and go, man, I saw DAC when they tripped over a pharmacy product, they tripped over a healthcare product, something, some membership deal. They tripped over a partnership with a nutrition company. But man, they were resilient. They didn't stay down when they tripped. They kept going. They said they were profitable every year. So even though they tripped, they found a way. But man, what they have become is unbelievable. Our fundings are up, our recruiting's up, we're starting momentum. And so, what I would say to you is, because I've witnessed it in every company I've owned and every company I was being an agent with, momentum, everybody says they missed it except the ones who create it. And the ones who created, all they did was get active talking about it most. They got excited as the founders were excited. They got excited and invited people. They just did their thing. They started the ripple effect. You know that if you recruit 10 people between now and the end of April into this business, it's free, by the way. You could do 10 by tonight, but if you do 10 by the end of April, you can't stop your group from growing. Do you recognize that? You won't stop it because two or three of those 10 are going to love it and start building a team themselves. And they're going to recruit 10 each, and that's going to be 30. And out of them, about seven or eight are going to love it. And you can't stop those seven or eight. And of those seven or eight, they're going to recruit 70 to 80. And of those 70 to 80, 15 to 20 are going to love it. And you can't stop those 15 to 20. And they're going to recruit 200. And of those 200, 60 of them are going to love it. And those 60, you can't stop. And boom, boom, all you can stop is whether that starts. All you can stop is whether that ever starts. So I'm encouraging you, praying for you, creating tools for you. I've never seen something like this. I've never seen something like this. And when I look at the real estate companies that are booming, Real, EXP, Keller Williams, I mean, they're booming. Everyone wants to be able to build their own team. When I look at that and I did a research and said how many homes sold, and it was just over 4 million in America, and how many licensed agents active, and it's just over 3 million, I thought, you've got to be kidding me. I thought it'd be like 10 homes for every one agent. It's almost 1 to 1. And yet people love it and get in it because they can make a living, and they can. I know people make great money in the industry. And if you are a go-getter and a leader, you can make great money in real estate. But if you can do that in real estate, what could you do in business funding? And when you build a team in real estate at EXP and Real and these other great companies, when you build a team there, that's great. But if 95% never sell a home, how many overrides are you earning? And they got to get licensed, and they got to pay monthly fees, and they got to pay platform fees, and they got to pay EXP fees or real fees or Keller Williams fees. And they got to do, go to all the open houses and pay for all that advertising and do all those things. And how many of them are going to stick it out? Where do you think they're more likely to build a team? It's not easy getting a business funding client, but it's a hell of a lot easier than getting a home sold. It's not easy getting a business funding agent, but it's a hell of a lot easier than getting a real estate agent. Well, David, the real estate industry's got credibility. It does, and it should. It does, and it should, because you can get started today and make six figures this year in real estate. So it should have credibility. It should. DAC funding should just have more because it's more simple. The market's bigger, the competition's less, and you've got the Bank Breezy business funding platform to help hold the hands of your clients so you can scale your team growth without having to be dependent upon their abilities. Our certification will take care of training them up enough to be great referral agents. And then our leadership development is going to help them develop and lead local markets. It's noon. I can't see any of you. I don't know who's here or not here. So I can't see if you got your hand up. I'm just staring at my green dot on my screen. Any questions from anyone? I know McGuire is representing DAC here with us today. Are there any questions, McGuire, or any comments in the chat that I need to answer to? And if
No questions or hands up, but we do have a great amount of people just showing some encouragement, support, saying this is awesome, great stuff. Lois said, awesome, David. Makes a lot of sense to me. Can't say it enough. Appreciate all you do for the DAC agents. We had one question, but Sharon answered that in the chat. So we looks like we are all good.
all right, then I would just do this. If you've gotten a fund, whether you've gotten a funding client or not, if you recognize that your town is full of business owners who have ideas to grow, and they're in the maze called business ownership where 6 out of 10 break even or lose money, they're in that maze and they need working capital to try another path. They need working capital and don't have it. And 8 out of 10 in that maze have to quit and never get to their goals because they didn't have working capital. If you recognize that your town is full of those businesses, great businesses who the doors will shut if they don't get working capital. 6 in 10 doors will shut if they don't get working capital. 80% of the businesses who close in the first 10 years say the number one reason was working capital. Over 8 out of 10 say it was lack of working capital. So if you're sitting here today and you recognize that, then you know your town is full of homes for sale with no agent yet. People wanting to sell their home. They're just looking for an agent. They're just looking for an agent, but there's no agents in town. They're just looking for funding and they only got their bank manager, and their bank manager, they know the bank manager can't help them. This is a grand slam opportunity with a grand slam offer. Do not sit on it. If you need a different perspective, take your glasses off, wash them, and let's rock and roll. All right, nothing else, McGuire. We good?
We are. You are host, so you will have to end it, but we look like we're good in the chat.
Okay. Well, we'll see you all tonight, 7:30. Let's fill that room tonight and then be there at 8 o'clock for the business. I'm sorry for the onboard training as well. God bless you all. Appreciate you all.